Alright guys, I'm back for another one. It's weird, last video I posted yesterday, it hasn't gotten any views yet. Only 3 views, I think, from me clicking on it, because I looked at the analytics, and it just has like, it says they're from like an unknown source. And I know I clicked on it 3 times, so it's gotta be me, but I'm back. I want to do another one. I'm just sitting at a park right now. I'll try to stick to 10 minutes, to at least 10 minutes. I know I can get to that, but I don't know how long over 10 minutes I'll go. But I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna record another one. Not sure when I'll post it. I might just save it so I can have like a reserve of videos and I can be consistent instead of like, just uploading whenever I feel like it, because I think that does mess with the algorithm. You gotta be like either once a week, once a day, maybe a couple times a week, but it's got to be the same number consistently so that the algorithm can pick up on it. And my boxing channel has been popping off, so that's kind of got me hyped up. These shorts I'm making, they're popping off, and I'm happy about it. But it's like busy work. These kind of videos, this is like art, because I just say what comes from the heart and from the mind. There's no topic, there's no like box that I'm putting myself in. Whatever comes, I'll say. But the boxing videos, even though I like boxing a lot, and I think that's like a good niche to be in, especially clipping up interviews, because you can get a lot of them done. And I don't know, I don't know if they'll get copyright struck or not, because they come from like some official channels that are kind of known, some not. We'll have to see, because my biggest viewed video right now is like 5,300 views on there. Posted it like 4 or 5 days ago, and it's still climbing. And I got a couple more that have been popping off that are over 2,000. One approaching 1,000, and you can see the algorithm picking up on another one. It's like I've just been posting once a day, and the algorithm's been picking them up. So hopefully that continues, because that would be cool to grow that channel into something and get monetized. Because I'm so sick of working these dead-end like wage jobs that just keep you trapped and in this like slave mode of living, where you gotta show up somewhere, you gotta do like busy work, you gotta toil. But making videos, it's still toil, I guess, but it's like not anything like that, like what I do for my main, like for my job. I do like delivery apps, like I do multiple apps. They call it multi-apping, like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart. So I just do all those. I just pick out the best orders on one. When a good one pops up, pause the other ones, then deliver it, turn them all back on again, and kind of fish out of all those ponds at once. And I like it over like a normal job, obviously, because it's like way nicer to be able to just turn off all the apps and take a month off if I want to. Whereas with a normal job, you're there, you gotta show up on schedule, you gotta like make up some excuse if you don't want to come in, tell them you're sick or something, and eventually they start catching on anyway, so that you gotta use that really sparingly. I don't know, these 9 to 5 or any kind of W-2 job where you're going to an employer, W-2, I don't know, for those of you who don't know, W-2 is a tax form that you get if you work like a normal job. It basically means like you are officially employed. And I get a Form 1099 for my taxes, which is like an independent contractor form. I guess they technically consider that like your own business, but I mean it's really not. It's still like a job. It's really not your own business because it's not like you can generate traffic to your business. It's like you're at the whim of the app whether it gives you traffic or not. A traffic is in orders. The only thing that separates it from a regular job is that, you can work your own hours, which even that, it's not as like as awesome as it seems, because you still have to work like the busy hours if you want to make the most money. So it's not like you can just turn on the app at like 3 a.m. and make the same as you would at like 6 p.m., which is the middle of the dinner rush. So it's not really it's like your own business, you know. And also the negative aspect of it is that you don't get any of the benefits of being an employee that are mandated by law, like health care if you're full time, Social Security contributions, you have to pay them yourself. Because if you have a normal job, you pay half of them and the employer pays the other half. And the one thing though is that I can write off a lot of my expenses, so it's like I basically pay almost no taxes, but even that, and no Social Security, none of that, because like because of the mileage that I drive with my car, you can deduct that from your overall earnings, so you pay less in taxes. And I like that obviously because it kind of evens out. Like what somebody with a regular job pays in taxes, I basically pay that in maintenance and repair costs and gas, basically cost of doing the business. So it's about the same, but I get one thing that's kind of sucks that I wish wasn't the case, is that I can't qualify for a mortgage because my official income is so low. And I want to get a mortgage, I want to get a house because I don't like paying rent. And with a regular job, you can claim all that income as income, like, because you're not deducting anything. So you can just get a mortgage right away. And I've thought about just getting a regular job so I can get a mortgage and then quit in like a month. But I can't even bring myself to do that. It's like, I've always hated my jobs. I've always hated them. Sometimes it can start out nice where your coworkers and your manager are super cool, so you're really liking work. But then inevitably personnel changes, the manager changes, the employees change, and all of a sudden you go from people you really like being around to people you really don't like being around, and the work is like dreadful each day. So I don't know, I can't even bring myself to do that. And I have a degree in accounting. I got a degree from WGU, which is like online college, which was like I actually got it for free because the Pell Grant covered it. And the credits count towards a CPA, so technically I'm eligible to sit for the CPA exam. And you really don't need a degree when it comes to the knowledge of accounting to sit for the CPA. I think they just require a degree and credit requirements, like college credit requirements, just so they can like weed out a bunch of people. But what typically people do for the CPA, and for those of you who don't know, the CPA stands for a Certified Public Accountant. So it's like you basically become a licensed accountant, which you really like don't have to be, but you do to do some to do specific kinds of business. And it also gives you more credibility. And they generally get paid more from what I understand. But what people do to get the CPA is they buy a CPA prep course. And that actually goes and it kind of costs a lot. Like they range, but it ranges from like 2,000 to 4,000, I'd say. And it kind of just teaches you like everything you need to know. And especially if you do have the degree, like you'll understand the concepts, but you'll still have to study because it's like very comprehensive. And then you sign up to take the test, which is 4 parts, so you have to like take one part at a time. And you can take them, and they're unlimited, so like you can take them as many times as you want. But you have to pay, and of course they scalp you, man. You can't have anything good that's like just cheap or free, like they say, oh, we need accountants, we need trained people, we need competent people, but then you like don't subsidize any of this stuff. Like granted, they subsidize education, like college degrees, but if you're poor, but like, man, still, like, the certifications is what really matters now. The degrees are kind of like almost useless, and like the fact that they'll just subsidize any degree, like you can go for liberal arts, and if you're poor enough, you'll get a Pell Grant. I mean, okay. But I guess to be fair, even the STEM jobs aren't doing well anymore. It's like, I applied for like 90 jobs after I got that degree. Granted, I probably wouldn't have accepted anything even if I did get a job, just because like the more I thought about actually being an accountant and like going to work in an office every day at like showing up there at 8 a.m. or something, waking up at like 6, like, oh my god, dude, I don't want to do that. I'm 28 now, and since I was 18, I've basically been working like delivery jobs. I started out as like a pizza delivery driver. I had some other jobs that are pretty much all in restaurants, actually. All my jobs have been in the food industry, now that I think about it. And I started out as a dishwasher, then I started delivering pizzas, and then after pizzas I went on to deliver on delivery apps. So I'm really not used to an office environment, and I kind of dread it, to be honest. Even though it has its perks, I kind of dread it. So I'm gonna just keep this degree in my back pocket, and we'll see if I start getting deactivated on these delivery apps or something, or if I just get too tired of like this physical work, which is not that physical. I mean, if it's more about if I get tired of being outside for work all the time, when in the cold, in the hot, in the heat, in the rain, and the in the snow, which actually is kind of fun. I like being out in the snow. But yeah, so it's a good backup plan, I guess. I could probably even get my master's at WGU. They allow you to accelerate, which is weird. Like I might dive into and explain kind of how it works. But long story short, I could get a master's in 6 months. And their master's includes a CPA prep course, and the total costs $5,000. So $5,000 for a master's and the CPA prep course. So it's really like that CPA prep course. If you buy it, the one they include is $2,000. So it's really like $3,000 for a master's and $2,000 for a CPA prep course, which is kind of nice, honestly. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. That would really, like, the master's alone, I probably wouldn't even need to be a CPA. Because if I went into accounting, I would just get a government job. Because that's like super easy because they barely do any work. They're really big on valuing degrees. the government still is. The private sector, not so much. It's more about who you know, and like, I guess the government is like that too, but it's about who you know in the private sector. It's about the reputation of the college you go to. In government, it's really, do you have a degree? And do you know someone? If you do, that's good. But yeah, they do value degrees. I got a lot more callbacks from government jobs when I was applying. So a master's would start me out pretty well. And if I got like an accounting job, that would just be me like resigning to the, you know, to the matrix, to the slow life. Just get my little 9 to 5, you know, get a little house. You know, just live a normal life, which I shouldn't even disparage. Like, honestly, it's kind of nice, because I live anything but a normal life right now, and it's kind of getting old. I'll dive into kind of like my lifestyle, I guess. It's not anything crazy, but just long story short, I live in a car by choice. Like, I have a good amount in savings, so I could get a place, but screw that. Like, I don't want to pay rent. Yeah, and I don't want to get like a normal job. I don't want to pay rent. So I don't know. We'll see. God, I hope I start getting some views on this channel. It would be nice to have like something take off that's like, that I actually enjoy doing, versus like, you know, clipping up boxing interviews, which kind of, you know, it's not like, I don't know. It's just not as fulfilling. This is a lot more fulfilling. The boxing clips are just more for like, just for money. Really, it's just for money. This is more like, I would like to make money off of it, but it's kind of cathartic to be able to just get things off my chest too. Because, you know, life is lonely. There's like, nobody really, I mean, I have a few friends that I still talk to, but you know, all my friends are scattered around the country in different states. And the friends that I am around, like, they don't really want to hang out. I don't know if they just don't like me, or they are actually busy. They all say they're busy, but you know, everybody says they're busy when they don't want to hang out with you, but as soon as somebody they want to hang out with comes along, well, they're not busy anymore. They made some time in their schedule. So I'm kind of jaded about that. You know, I still kind of talk on the phone with a few close friends, but like I said, those are the ones in different states. And I don't know, it'd be cool to have more people, you know, engage with me and talk to me about stuff, like in the comments. Even though it would be like strangers on the internet, it still seems kind of cathartic to, you know, talk about life. And, you know, not be so serious about, like, you know, trying to get ahead. And just kind of, you know, I just want to take things day by day as they come. Yeah, this was like a lot easier too, this video, than yesterday. I was like high yesterday, and you know what? I threw all my edibles away. I still had like 600 milligrams left over after I bought like a 1,000 milligram one. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to be sober for a bit. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm quitting, because every time I say that, it doesn't work. But being sober is definitely a lot better for being like focused and locked in. Yeah. So I've been recording for 19 minutes, so that's good. Like, I was looking at 10 minutes. Now we're at 19 and a half. So I guess I'll let it get to 20, like, to make it a round number. And I'll put some footage in the background. Yeah, I put some racing footage in the background of the last one, which I thought was kind of nice. I left like a little bit of sound on. You know, I don't know, some people might think I'm incompetent or something, where I don't know how to turn off the volume on one clip and only use my my voice, but I thought it was kind of nice, like, to have just a low sound from the background of the game, because it's like, you know, there's no commentary on that, and it's just kind of a car driving. I thought it was fitting though, you know, because I drive for a living, I live in my car, and it has like a cozy feel to it. I want these videos to be kind of cozy and like something you can put on in the background while you're going about your day. But also, if you do want to just kind of put it up on a screen somewhere, like, I don't expect people to actually have their eyes on these videos watching the screen, because, you know, this is my effort, or my yeah, my effort is only in the audio. The video is just the background. But I still want people, like, if they do want to like throw it up on their TV or something as they're making dinner, or I don't know, scrolling their phone or whatever, you know, I still want them to have something nice to look at. So like, say your TV's like on the wall, and you know, you got the video playing, but it's not just a still image or something like that on the wall. It's like a HD, like smooth gameplay, cozy gameplay. Yeah, so I guess that'll be it for this one. I'll have to figure out a title. I'm still playing with the description, because I kept the description kind of brief at first, and to see if it really mattered that much, and it kind of like obviously didn't get any views. So I'm gonna experiment with like putting in a bunch of keywords and generating them from ChatGPT, you know, and see if ChatGPT can come up with some kind of catchy like keywords or lingo that can boost me up in the algorithm, so people can actually find and discover my videos. Because I noticed that's key on my boxing channel and my meme channel. Actually, it's like, if the algo doesn't pick you up, your video is basically doomed. You might as well just delete it. But then again, I don't know, maybe you can pick it up in like a week. So I'm not in a rush. I'm still figuring out the YouTube algorithm. But one thing I have figured out is you need to be picked up by the recommended feed. In the shorts, you need to be picked up by the shorts feed. In videos, I would imagine you would need to be somehow picked up by the algorithm to be recommended to people. So I'll try that. So, you know, don't pay too much attention to the description. It's not something like for you, it's for the algorithm. But I'll throw up like a line in the description. I'll try to separate it. At the top, I'll put in like the actual description that I'd want people to see, and at the bottom I'll include all the other stuff. So alright guys, till the next time.